Welcome to Showbiz Today with me, Delali Sika. Today we have our very own, he's cute, he's a rapper, he's black. His name is Black, but he's actually not black. Today we are in his abode, in his parlor, very beautiful. Don't worry, we'll take you around when we are done. D Black, welcome to
Thank you.
Showbiz Today.
Sika.
So how have you been?
I've been very well, like God's grace.
Okay. Looking at you, when losing weight, big crans and what's up?
I had to get in shape for the album, so I cut off a lot of things.
Like,
I cut off a lot of carbs.
Okay.
And fizzy drinks and reduced the alcohol intake.
Okay.
And I started playing soccer and bike riding.
Oh, okay.
A lot of water.
Okay. And okay, so when you had that weight on, did it affect you in any way? Body shaming?
I mean, I feel way lighter now. Like I really like, and I mean, even performing on stage and stuff, you feel heavy, and your breath control and all that type of stuff was very important. I was supposed to be focusing on that, but really I wasn't, because I hadn't really given myself that 100% dedication that I was going back to the music. So when I gave myself that last year, I started to work on these things.
Okay. Talking about events, do you miss the stage?
Very much so. I mean, but I was still doing one or two things. But I mean, for the past year, we haven't really done much because of COVID. I wanted to do this last year, but because of COVID, we weren't able to. Yes, but I do miss the stage.
Okay, so tell us a bit about the album. What was really the brain behind it? What went into it, your album?
Okay, so my actual reason for even going off the music scene was, I started in 2010. I was in a group, and in 2011 I went solo, my first album, and then in 2016 I was about to release my third album, and my first song of that album was with Castro. Then Castro's first song of his upcoming album was featuring me. So mine was Personal Person featuring Castro, and then his was Seho featuring me. And we had planned a whole tour. People had paid us deposits, Canada, America. We were planning a tour in Ghana too. And we didn't even get the chance to perform the songs even once. And it was really sad because we all know what happened. He disappeared, and after that, I just didn't feel, I didn't have the right frame of mind to perform those songs. So I took a break from the music. I started focusing on other businesses. I think I performed only once at the Foresight Awards that year. I was a couple months after, and then after that I said, you know what, let's focus on, I have so many other interests. So that's when I started, I went into producing movies. I did Why Should I Get Married with Prince Shingle and John Dumelo and Efia, Reggie Rockstone, Prince David Osei, all in there. Then I started my events company properly. We did the Bukumbanku Aite Powers fight, Kumasi Sports Stadium. We did celebrity soccer. We did a lot of stuff. And then I invested in a nightclub, Onyx, and the lounge, Oasis. So last year I decided, you know what? Your passion is your love. And, to make up for all that time that I wasn't making music actively, I signed some artists. Some became successful, some left the label, so I decided, you know what? Let's go back to the music. That's what I love. I'm only 32 years old. Let's go back to the music. So I went back to the music. I created a project, and I started a media tour. So I started in South Africa. Then me and my team got to America. We did the first 2 events in Washington, D.C. We went to Miami. We did the second event there. We had 2 events in Miami. So we did we're about to do the second event. And we had already started hearing about Corona when we were coming from South Africa.
Okay.
At the airports, they were checking people's temperatures and stuff. And before we realized, they shut the show down in Miami. So I said, and America is very different. It's not like Ghana where when the president says, okay, everything is shut, it's shut. Every state has its own mayor and its laws. So when Miami got shut, the next city I was going to was Los Angeles. They hadn't been shut down. Okay. So my event there was in about 6 days. So I left Miami, I went there. When I landed the next day, LA was shut. So New York wasn't shut, and that was my next show. So I said, okay, let's go to New York and do the New York show. Got to New York, some few days to the event, they got shut down. Then when they got shut down, all the borders got closed.
Okay.
So I was stuck in America from March to July. So that was the end of the project that I was working on. Nobody knew when we're gonna be able to leave America and get back to Ghana. Nobody knew when things were gonna be open. And I came back to Ghana and I scrapped that project and I started a totally new album. And I ended up recording 2 albums.
Okay.
So it's been about a year in the making of this album, and we decided to split it into 2, Loyalty and Disloyalty. So May 14th, the Loyalty album comes out, 14 tracks, and October 29th, that the part 2, which is Disloyalty, also 14 songs.
But why 2 parts though?
Because I recorded so many songs. I couldn't put 36 songs on one album. So many songs, and when we even had to cut it down to 20, we couldn't. I couldn't put some song. I couldn't throw some songs away. I had so many amazing collaborations, and I recorded in like so many different environments and places. Sometimes we'll travel to Kumasi just to record 2 songs.
Okay.
We'll go to Adan just to record 1 song. We'll go to South Africa to record. So all these songs like meant something to me. They weren't just songs. Like sometimes we decided not to go to the studio. We record in the kitchen. So all these experiences, and some of these experiences and recording sessions were documented.
Okay.
Like maybe QB to come and spend the whole weekend here and we'll create like 3 songs.
Wow.
How do you take some out?
Right.
Like, it's an experience that creating these songs with some of these artists and creatives and the people around and everybody that's contributing in there. You don't throw songs like that away. So I decided, even me myself, I have to play catch up because all my colleagues are 5 years ahead of me now because I've been away. So the 2 albums is me.
I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah.
So how important is an album to an artist? Is it a must?
I mean, in this new day and age, it's not really a must. But for somebody like me, I feel like it's you're telling a story. When you listen to my album, you understand the story I'm telling, because it's not just music on the album. When you press play on the album, I'm a therapist, a relationship therapist, and I'm talking to 2 people about loyalty, what it means to them, and how they value loyalty. And you'd be surprised to know the 2 people I'm talking to, they don't even talk to each other. I'm talking to Ifya Swasnega and Delay. That's the first thing you hear on the album.
Wow.
And then it goes into a song with Daco Vibes called Loyalty. I speak to James Gardner on how it feels to be rejected by a woman as a celebrity.
Okay.
I speak to Cookie and Moesha about their first heartbreaks.
Okay.
And I speak to Clemento Suarez about what his thoughts are on if money is important in a relationship.
Okay, so it means this album, it's a strategic one.
Yeah.
What do you want to achieve with it at the end of the day?
I am speaking about an issue, or not really an issue, situations that we all find ourselves in. Love and relationships and loyalty and heartbreaks, and half the album is telling these stories, I mean, we can't talk about love all throughout the album, but every time I have a conversation with all these people I'm telling you about, the conversation leads into a song geared in that particular direction. And I know these are conversations that people will have. Like you listen to Ifya and Delay's answers, and you would feel like you're one of them. But really inside you, if anybody asked you, they were so honest that you'd tell yourself, yes, that's me. But if you sat in front of somebody and they asked you this question, you'd probably lie.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
they were so honest. And I want to throw a question at you. And this is the question I asked Delay on the album.
Okay.
Would you be comfortable dating a guy whose friend is a female he doesn't have feelings for her, but she does. And they hang out all the time. They go for lunch and hang out. And
No.
why? He doesn't like her.
But
That's her friend.
So if he doesn't like her, he should just let her go. Because I need to protect my space.
That's his friend.
She has to go. I'm supposed to be your friend. It's as simple as that.
You can't have one friend.
But not that particular
That's his childhood friend.
When I know she has something for him.
Yeah, but he doesn't. It's past. It's gone.
No.
Okay, turn the tables around.
It won't happen.
Turn the tables around. Would you sack a friend of yours, a childhood friend of yours who likes you because
he's just a friend? So
then you're selfish.
Deep, like, let's continue. Okay, so talking about
he's just a friend.
That's a good word. I mean, that's a topic for another day. Oh my god, you got me. Okay. Okay, so talking about the album, you know, you're one of the people who have had some sort of critics in relation to the kind of songs you churn out. That he's not a good rapper, his songs are not. And I was saying, my album. Okay, fine. So, what was the driving force for you to not give up despite everything?
See over there. Look up there. Look up here.
Okay, some awards.
This is like maybe like half of the collection.
Okay.
There's some in the studio, there's some at home, or there's some at the office. Now, if somebody on social media is tweeting negativity about me, I will be a very weak person to let that affect my dreams and my visions in achieving my dreams. When credible sources and credible organizations have lauded these efforts, from MTV to BT to VGMAs to Foresights to Sound City Nigeria to, I mean, every accolade that I've wanted to achieve in my life, I have. I mean, with the exception of Grammys. But everything that I've done that I expect to be recognized for, I have.
Sure.
I've been on top rappers list. I've Mayebi, you know, and this is my 11th year.
Wow.
And
okay.
I've had some of the biggest songs in Ghana. I've had crossover songs. I've performed in over 50 something cities around the world. So ask me again, why would
someone's comment?
The person has not even eaten. So I'm not one of those people. You're not touching me.
Okay, so I'd like to know, you have Sefa on your label as well, and she has a song, you also have an album. Isn't there a conflict?
No. You see, when you're trying to build like a strong label, everybody needs to have their team. Sefa's videographer is even different from my videographer. Sefa's manager is different from my manager. Everybody's totally different. Sefa has her team. We don't even share the same promo strategies. That's her team, that's my team. We can even release songs on the same day. We release songs just a week apart from each other. And both songs are top 10 in Ghana right now. She has her team, I have my team. And everybody has creative control. You know, she wrote the concept for her video with Wendy Shea.
Okay.
She picked out what she wanted to wear, her look for the cover of her first album last year. She picked the director she wanted to work with for the Ichok video.
Oh, okay.
The Ichok song was recorded right here in my house, in the kitchen.
In
less than 2 hours. It was done right here, and we decided, luckily, when we're picking her next single, what I picked was also what she picked. And so we both knew that, okay, this is what we're going to run with. You know, and
let's come to your personal life. What type of girl are you? What person like you in the phone?
No, I don't. Actually, I'm very opposite. If I tell you some of my turn-offs or When I meet a girl, the first thing I look at is your fingernails.
Wow.
Your toenails. The first thing I look at. Look at your hair. I don't like long colors all over the place. I don't like long nails. It gives me the impression that you're not serious. If your nails are here, how do you wash your plates when you finish eating in the house? The long 6-inch heels. What's the purpose? Those things are turn-offs for me. I like driven, hardworking, sensible women. I mean, I like a woman with body power, but apart from that, physical. And I like short hair.
Wow.
I'm not into the slay queen type at all.
But that is not what we see out. Artists, musicians, you make it look like if you're a girl and you don't have that shape, you don't look like that. You don't fit in.
You guys have managed to feel like what you see on social media and what you see in the music videos is real life. You guys have succumbed to the stereotypical thought that the girl that you saw in the music video with this artist is the type of girl that he likes. It could be and it could not be. It's a job. Because people see you having a good time, a lot of people fail to realize that these things it's a job. Somebody's job to be a model and look a certain way in a music video to sell the concept or the message they're trying to carry across. And it's the artist's job to be happy and perform his songs and look like he's having a good time in the music video. But a lot of people confuse that with real life when the actual truth is right in front of you. But it's more interesting to believe that all artists like slay queens. I'll give you examples. The truth is right in front of you. Pick some of the artists in Ghana that are married. Which one of them is married to a slay queen? Ochame Kwame is not. Sarkodie is not. Stonebwoy is not. Even Shatawale, who was with Michi. Michi's not a slay queen. There are so many examples, and they're right in front of you. Reggie Rockstone is married to a doctor. Stonebwoy's wife is a dentist, for God's sakes. So why do you still believe that this is what all artists want? Everybody's different.
I said, "You unnecessary pressure."
Yeah, social media has done that. Social media influence has done that. Some people. I'm not saying that some artists don't like that, but everybody's different. We all can't be the same. There's a place for everybody. There's a type of woman for everyone. But don't put everybody in a box and say artists like it's not possible. We all have different tastes and grow up differently and are attracted to different things. We can't all be the same.
But would you be okay seeing your woman, your wife, in a music video, doing all that like we see?
I'm in the creative industry. It is a job. If that's the job of the woman that I choose to be with, that's her job. At a certain point in our relationship, if it gets to marriage, unfortunately, we're gonna have to cut down some things, and also on my end, I'm gonna have to cut down some things. But it's a job.
Did I be now? Worry.
We're trying them.
Okay.
I'm crying any dates.
Okay. I'm here to see you champion a social cause, like take up a social issue.
Oh, I've done plenty.
As in donate NGOs and all that. Do you have an NGO?
Okay, so I've championed along with Yvonne Nelson and DKB back in the day. Doomsaw, Must Stop.
No, I mean you pick up like that. Okay.
Then I've also every year, twice a year, I donate to orphanages across the country. Every Christmas and every time on my birthday, I do that. The last one I did was in January, Rising Star Orphanage. I do it a lot. I just don't make noise about it. Sure. But it's something I do a lot. And even on social media, every year I pay 20 people school fees.
Okay, wow, that's nice. Would you say it's difficult to maintain a normal life as an artist? And for you as a person, how difficult is that?
To maintain I live a very normal life.
What else still out? What you want to?
Yeah, but I mean, I won't go and buy it myself all the time. but I still it's what I don't. I'm not one of those. I feel too big to go and do this. I feel nah.
Enjoyment Minister. How did you come about that name?
It's because of my club.
Your club, okay.
Yeah.
Looking at the events you organize as well too, as a near, quote unquote, that's a Jamaica Wumpao.
Like events bank.
You know the Mahab Beach event you did recently. I mean the videos went viral and the pictures. Hey, I was like, okay. Apart from this, what other things went on that the camera didn't pick?
So when I did celebrity soccer for charity, there was no age of mine. When I did Buko Mago vs. Paris, when I did Tropical Fiesta, no, that's the one you were talking about.
Yes.
I do different types of events. It's an event company. So when I did Stoneboy concert, did you see any age of mine there? Yes. So we do artist concerts, we do boxing events, we do soccer events, and we do beach parties. I've given you 4 examples of events that we've done. And variety is the spice of life.
Okay.
This was an amazing beach party and we all had a good time. We have been locked indoors for close to a year. Everybody wanted to get out and have a good time. And it was after Christmas, it was leading to my birthday. So, I mean, we couldn't do soccer events, we couldn't do boxing events, we couldn't do artist concerts. All we could do was something outdoor. So, we decided to have a beach party, a music festival at the beach.
Okay. Wrapping up 2 questions. What are some of the suggestions you would have for newcomers? I mean, after spending 11 years, you should by now have a lot of experience.
No matter how small you feel the input anybody gives to your career, value it and show gratitude. It goes a long way to pour blessings on your career. You should always be grateful for the small help, whether it's financial, whether it's somebody referring you to a radio station, whether it's you coming to interview me. I'm grateful for this. And that's the way I've always been. Loyalty is also important. Being dedicated to what you do, relentless, and not let anybody talk you down.
Okay.
If you believe in yourself, don't let another man who also has blood in their veins tell you what you're doing isn't the best. If you feel like it's the best, go and do your thing and achieve. I'm not saying that be complacent and feel like you're the best, so you can always better yourself, but always believe in your dreams and don't let anybody talk you down.
From your experience, do you think people show gratitude? The people you've worked with in the industry? Some
have, but that's just human nature. You know, nobody's perfect, and you can't get 100% from everybody. So yeah, some people show gratitude, some people don't, and there's always the finish line. There's always the repercussions at the end of the day. I mean, life goes on, and you can't really.
Okay. Yeah, that was it. Thank you very much for your warm reception. And thank you also very much for watching. I'll see you next time. My name has and will always be Delali Sika. Catch you.